Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt?
Hello, my fitness family. Brett Casper here with BK, PT, Brett Casper Personal Training, and I want to teach you a little bit here. Are you ready? I'm going to teach you how to transform your fitness with this beginner's guide to home workout. All right, so I'm going to give you a workout that has 4 different circuits in it, all body weight exercises, so that way you can do this at home or traveling, okay? So hopefully you guys are excited about this. Before I do that, though, you guys know what you got to do, right? You got to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. If you're new to me, welcome. Brent Casper here. Welcome to the community. Want to say definitely thank you for checking this out. Hopefully you enjoy this workout, one. Hopefully you enjoy the beginner's guide part of it also, all right? So we're going to go into just kind of some tips on the exercises themselves as we go through the exercises as well. So, but first, why are home workouts beneficial? One, obviously it's convenient, right? You don't got to go anywhere. This is not only whether you're home or you're traveling. It's very convenient. There's no time wasted. Obviously going back and forth to the gym, finding the spot for your car, putting your stuff in a locker, all those types of things, right? So it's obviously super convenient. You could do this. Obviously it's nice because you can, customize it to your own being, right? What I mean by that is you're not competing really with anybody else. So sometimes, especially as men, we get into the gym, before you know it, you're picking up more than we should, and you're getting injured because A, you're trying to follow somebody else's lead. You're like, oh, I can do more than that, and it's just, we have to put the male ego aside. And at home, yeah, you could do that, so there's like, you're doing what you can do, and customizing it to push yourself, because you want to make sure you're making changes, because that's the only way you're going to help to, have changes, is by pushing yourself. So hopefully all those things make sense. And guess what? If you're at home and it's got your family there, it's a good time to bond. So, you guys can do it all together. So there's lots of times, especially as of lately, it's kind of funny because, my son's 11, my daughter's 8. The past year and a half, obviously this is what I've been doing for 20 plus years, but past year and a half, my kids have been kind of getting more interested in this types of stuff. And I've never really pushed them, which is great. But at the same time, it's fun to see them interested in it. I love when Braxton, but it was, especially yesterday, it was funny because he's like, Brent, or Dad, he goes, I want to, start getting some muscles now. So is this something I could do now? So it's kind of funny to hear him ask these questions to me as well. My daughter, she just loves it. She loves the favorite thing in the world to do is pull-ups, which is super funny. Just because, most people hate pull-ups. And she loves doing pull-ups. Like, if I do any type of exercise with her, it's like the number one thing. She's like, okay, I gotta put pull-ups in here because I know that's what she wants to do. So, but anyway, that's enough about my family. But I just want to encourage you to do that with your family as well, because it is fun to do. All right, so we're gonna go into these 4 circuits. That way you guys can see and put them together, and I'll give you some tips afterwards. All right.
I'ma keep winning. I'ma keep winning. Ooh. I'ma keep winning. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself.
Yeah, you gon' need 100 men, 100 scopes, 100 cans, just for you to watch what I'm doing under the sun again. God-given gift, MCs doing the running man. If you want me to get it poppin', may cost 100 pence. Yeah, what I supply is always in the man. The throne is mine, take that. It ain't a high five, got the upper hand. I'm too real, can't fake that. Who you know putting fear in them like this? You a vampire, still suck when you bite this. Lord forgive me for my sins, I'm feeling righteous. But they been next to me to show me I might just. They didn't think I could do it, I had to demonstrate how the flow is so heavenly, keeping demons straight. Who they fooling, I showed them the jig is up again. When I asked them who is the best, they get this to stuttering. Tell them
I'ma keep winning. I'ma keep winning. Ooh. I'ma keep winning.
you can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. can't stop me now. They knock me down, but they can't count me out. I can't lose, I won't lose. I can't lose, I won't lose. You may wanna save yourself. I think it's best you run away. I won't let you finish. When you came for me, you played yourself. You scream for help. It's a shame that nobody will hit with. No pain, no gain. Watch who you bang with. Make it to the top with the same ones I came with. I shoot my shot, you better know that I'ma never miss. When they coming for me, yeah, I'm gonna tell them this.
I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. I'ma keep. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. I'ma keep. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself.
Yeah, you gon' need 100 men, 100 scopes, 100 cans just for you to watch what I'm doing under the sun again. God-given gift, MCs doing the running man. If you want me to get it poppin', may cost 100 pence. Yeah, what I supply is always in the man. The throne is mine, take that. It ain't a high five, got the upper hand. I'm too real, can't fake that. Who you know putting fear in them like this? You a vampire, still suck when you bite this. Lord forgive me for my sins, I'm feeling righteous. But they been next to me to show me I might just. They didn't think I could do it, I had to demonstrate how the flow is so heavenly, keeping demons straight. Who they fooling? I showed them the jig is up again. When I asked them who is the best, they get this to stuttering. Tell them
I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning.
First tricep is push-ups, squats, and step back lunges. Or lunges, all right? So the reason I chose step back, well, I'll go into that in a second. But anyways, push-ups. Well, make sure you lay flat on your chest, okay? So you're laying flat on your chest, put your hands right next to your chest. The way kind of gets you in a nice push-up position, okay? And then you want to make sure your body's in a complete tight plank, toes locked, tucked up underneath, and you're just pushing your body straight up, all right? If you feel yourself not being able to do these or not being able to do 5 or 10 reps of them, then you want to make sure you drop to your knees, same formation. So drop into your knees, locking your ankles behind you, and then bending your knees, and you're going to be pushing up from your knees. Same thing, nice and tight, plank position, hands right by your chest. All right, so that'd be the push-up. Right, your body weight squat, you can either put a box behind you, or you can do a body weight, and or you're doing body weight anyways. So you can put a box behind you so you don't feel like you're going to fall back, but you have to stay on your heels, okay? That's the biggest thing. You want to save your knees, stay on your heels. You can do a couple things. You can either hold onto a post, so that way you can sit back, but a lot of times people putting a box behind them or a bench or a seat helps them to know that they're not going to fall back on their backs, and you're able to do a proper squat. So it's very important to stay on your knees, or stay on your heels, off of the fronts of your toes, so you're off your knees, all right? And then the step back lunge, same premise. So you're stepping away from your foot. So you're stepping backwards into a lunge. So that way you have the less risk of honestly bending over your toes with your knees, okay? So that's why we do the step back lunge. It's a good starter to, the beginner's lunge. So that's the first circuit, okay? Hopefully you guys love that, and see you in the next circuit. Second circuit, a little bit of a cardio blast here. So we're getting a little cardio workout in. It's jumping jacks. We got plank and mountain climbers. So these are great. Get the heart rate going, get the blood pumping a little bit. Jumping jacks, you're staying pretty much on your toes. Start with your feet together, hands down by your side, and you're going up all the way over your head. So good proper jumping jacks. We're only doing 10 of them in this circuit. So 10 jumping jacks right to your plank. So make sure in a plank position, you're locked and loaded, you're super tight, everything is locked. So your lats, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your calves, like everything is completely flexed. It's gonna make that plank so much harder. But you're only doing it for 10 seconds, so make sure you blow all that air out, pull your stomach in tight, all right? And then you're going right into mountain climber. So right up onto your hands, keeping your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Very important tip. So a lot of times people will get sloppy and you start getting away from your shoulders. All right, keep your butt down, back flat, and you're gonna jump and switch your legs. So it's alternating your legs, climbing the mountain. All right, so same thing, 10 reps, and you're gonna repeat it. This third circuit, it's high knees, running in place. All right, so we're gonna be doing high knees. You'll make sure it's almost like a running position, driving your knees up. Try to get your knees higher than your hips. Okay, you can do it in a marching position if you're not able to run at first until you get the hang of it. Right into the bicycle crunch. These are very crucial to do slow. The slower you do them, the better. So every time you want to end back into the reloaded position. So all the way back on the floor. Make sure you keep those feet above your knees. Helps keep the pressure off your back. And then the final exercise is the glute bridge. So very good. You want to make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart or a little narrower, almost like you're pulling the floor towards you. So you're pulling your heels towards you and driving your hips straight up, okay? So this is great for, building those glutes, getting those hamstrings, and then also reversing all those, that long sitting you've been doing all day long. So it's good for building those glutes up so we don't have lazy glutes, all right? Fourth and final circuit, we have leg raises. So you're laying on your back, hands under your butt, helping to keep that lower back driven into the ground. Just lifting. I like to lift my shoulders up, roll my neck towards my chest. That way you're kind of in a crunch position already, and you're able to go ahead, raise your legs up, but only raise them as high as tension is still on your abs. So if you go a little too far, it releases that tension off your abs, makes it a little too easy. All right, and only lower it to the point where your lower back, you don't want it lifting off the floor. So about 6 inches, 9 inches, 12 inches, somewhere in that range. All right, so that's great for the lower leg raises. The next is the tricep dips. So your hands are shoulder width apart, grabbing a bench, box, chair, whatever it is you have, and then keeping your back nice and tight to the bench, box, whatever you're using, and then your feet out in front of you, but make sure those toes are pulled back just on your heels, and just going ahead and going down, and then driving up through your palms of your hands, really squeezing those triceps at the top. All right, and the third exercise is the Russian twist, and that's just where you're sitting, leaning back, torso's nice and tall, lock those hands out in front of you, and heels stay on the floor, twisting from side to side. All right, those are the tips, those exercise tips I promised you. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy that workout. Keep crushing it. Another good reason that to have like a great body weight home workout kind of in your arsenal is just that way you can always keep good structure. Structure just meaning that you're not missing out. So kids are sick, you're stuck at home, you're stuck at traveling, whatever it is going on, you can pop in and knock out this workout anywhere you're at, because you really don't need a lot of space for one. Two, it's just your body weight. And I mean, it's really good, honestly, muscle building, strength building, body weight exercise. No matter what level you're at, because you can progress through this by adding different things to it as well. So whether it's more reps, whether it's slower, changing the tempo, those types of things. But the structure is important, it's huge. So I'm really glad that I'm able to provide this for you, so that way you have this in your arsenal, all right? One thing that's really, really important, and you guys have seen this and heard this in many of my other videos, unless you're joining me for the first time here in this video, but the progression through your exercises. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you're properly progressing. So if something's getting too easy, trying to find the exercise or what to do, to challenge yourself and make it harder, so that way you're able to challenge your muscles and make those strength gains like you're supposed to. Because if it's easy for you, guess what's happening? It's not just a waste of time, which I never want anybody to do, but you want to make sure that you're really kind of just getting it done and making those gains that I know you want, okay? So making sure that you're progressing properly, challenging yourself, trying to figure out it's a tricep exercise. Now what can I do to make this a little bit harder? Now I can go into a diamond push-up. Diamond push-ups are a lot harder than bench dips. So learning how to progress through that as well, so that way you're challenging yourself. All right. So excited that you joined me today for this Transform Your Fitness, baby. It's a beginner's guide to working out So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what you gotta do. You gotta share this with other people that you feel this would be beneficial for. At the end of the day, I try to put these videos out for you, not for me. So I love obviously helping individuals. My goal is to really transform just one person at a time, just making sure that people are finding enjoyment in these. They see that they're beneficial, they understand them. I'm relatable to you, you understand me, and obviously by doing that, sharing this with other people, subscribing to the channel, giving me some love, some likes, pop in the comments what's going on, so that way I can see who's interactive with this as well. All right, my name is Brett Kaz, this is BKPT. I will see you in the next video.